Have you been feeling tired all the time? Snapping at people you love? Struggling with weight gain? Painful periods? Or just not feeling like yourself lately? You're not broken. You're not crazy. And no, it's not just stress or age. For millions of women, these are signs of something deeper, something almost no one talks about. Hormonal imbalance. In fact, over 80% of women will experience it at some point in their lives. Yet most go years without understanding what's happening inside their own body. Today, we're diving into what your hormones actually do, what throws them off track, and how to bring them back into balance, naturally. Hormones are your body's internal messengers, tiny chemical signals, but with massive influence. They control your sleep, mood, weight, energy, digestion, libido, fertility, and even how your skin looks. Think of them like a symphony. When everything's in tune, you feel amazing, energized, calm, clear-headed. But when just one hormone is out of balance, the whole system feels off. Suddenly you're anxious, exhausted, gaining weight, or crying without knowing why. And here's the thing, women's hormones aren't static. They shift monthly with your cycle, and over decades with life stages like pregnancy, perimenopause, and menopause. So if your body feels unpredictable, it's not failing you. It's giving you signals. It's asking you to pay attention. So what's throwing our hormones out of balance? It's not just one thing. It's the way we live today. Let's start with stress. When you're constantly overwhelmed, juggling work, relationships, family, your body produces high levels of cortisol. And cortisol doesn't just affect your mood. It disrupts other hormones like estrogen, progesterone, thyroid, and insulin. Next, there's sleep, or lack of it. Scrolling your phone at midnight? That blue light delays melatonin, the hormone that helps you sleep and recover. Without enough deep rest, your whole system struggles to reset. And then there's food. Highly processed meals, sugar overload, and not enough nutrients. It's like feeding your hormones junk fuel. They can't function well without the right building blocks. Even the products we use every day can be a problem. Many personal care items, plastics, and cleaning supplies contain chemicals called endocrine disruptors. They mimic real hormones and confuse your body's natural signals. And finally, medications like hormonal birth control, while often helpful, can mask symptoms or shift hormone levels in ways that need attention later on. It's not your fault. The modern world wasn't built with women's hormone health in mind. But once you understand what's happening, you can take the power back. So how do you know if your hormones are out of balance? The signs can be subtle at first, but they add up. You wake up already exhausted, even after a full night's sleep. You feel anxious or emotional for no clear reason, crying over small things, snapping at people you love. Your weight starts climbing, even if you haven't changed your diet, or you feel puffy, bloated, inflamed. Your cycle becomes unpredictable. Heavier periods, missed periods, intense PMS that leaves you curled up on the couch. You might notice breakouts, brain fog, night sweats, or a sudden drop in sex drive. And worst of all, you start to feel disconnected from yourself, like something's off, but you can't quite explain what. These aren't random symptoms. They're your body's way of waving a red flag. And the good news? Your body isn't broken. It's just out of rhythm, and you can bring it back into balance, naturally. One of the fastest ways to support your hormones is through the food you eat. Your body needs real, nutrient-dense fuel to produce and regulate hormones. And no, it's not about going on a restrictive diet. It's about nourishment. Let's start with leafy greens, especially cruciferous vegetables like broccoli, kale, and cauliflower. They help your liver process and clear out excess estrogen, which is especially important if you struggle with PMS, fibroids, or estrogen dominance. Next, healthy fats. Your hormones are literally made from fat, so don't fear it. Focus on omega-3s from foods like salmon, walnuts, chia seeds, and avocado. These support hormone production and reduce inflammation. Add in fiber-rich foods like oats, lentils, apples, and berries. Fiber feeds your gut, and your gut plays a huge role in hormone balance, especially with estrogen metabolism. And of course, ditch the ultra-processed stuff as much as you can. Packaged snacks, sugary drinks, and fast food are full of additives and chemicals that confuse your hormones and clog up your detox pathways. Instead, build your plate with colorful whole foods. Think rainbow on a plate. You don't need to be perfect, just intentional. Sleep isn't just rest, it's hormonal repair time. While you sleep, your body does some of its most important healing work, balancing cortisol, regulating insulin, producing melatonin, and supporting reproductive hormones like estrogen and progesterone. But if you're staying up late, glued to your phone, or tossing and turning with stress, your hormones don't get that reset. Over time, this can lead to fatigue, weight gain, cravings, irregular cycles, and even fertility issues. So how do you fix it? Start by setting a consistent bedtime, ideally before 11 p.m. Your body follows a natural circadian rhythm, and the hours before midnight are especially powerful for hormonal healing. Cut screen time at least 30 to 60 minutes before bed. Blue light blocks melatonin, the hormone that helps you fall and stay asleep. Keep your room cool, dark, and quiet. Use blackout curtains. Ditch late-night caffeine. And try a calming routine, like a hot bath, reading, or gentle stretching before bed. Aim for 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep. Not just occasionally, but consistently. It's one of the most powerful hormone tools you already have. For centuries, women around the world have turned to herbs to support their hormones, and modern science is finally catching up. Let's start with ashwagandha. It's an adaptogen, meaning it helps your body adapt to stress. By lowering cortisol, it gives your other hormones room to breathe. You might feel calmer, sleep better, and notice fewer mood swings or sugar cravings. Then there's chaste tree berry, also known as Vitex. This herb works with the pituitary gland, gently boosting progesterone and helping to regulate your menstrual cycle. It's especially helpful if you have PMS, irregular periods, or are trying to conceive. And if you're approaching menopause or dealing with hot flashes, black cohosh is another natural option. It may help with symptoms like night sweats, mood swings, and even vaginal dryness, without adding hormones to your body. But here's something important. Herbs are powerful. They work with your endocrine system, so you should always talk to a qualified healthcare provider before starting any new supplements, especially if you're pregnant, breastfeeding, or taking medication. Used wisely, these plants can be beautiful allies on your hormone healing journey. Stress is one of the most underestimated hormone disruptors, especially for women. When you're constantly on edge, rushing through life, or carrying invisible emotional weight, your body produces too much cortisol, and high cortisol steals from other hormones like progesterone and estrogen. You might feel anxious, wired but tired, unable to sleep, or stuck in survival mode, even when nothing's technically wrong. That's why stress management isn't a luxury. It's a non-negotiable if you want your hormones to heal. And it doesn't have to be complicated. Start with just 5 to 10 minutes a day. Try deep belly breathing. Inhale for 4, exhale for 6. Or place your bare feet on the grass and let nature recalibrate your nervous system. Journaling, stretching, mindful walking, anything that brings you out of your head and into your body counts. The goal isn't to avoid all stress. It's to teach your body that it's safe again. And when your nervous system calms down, your hormones finally get the message. We're okay now. We can heal. Here's something most of us don't realize. Many of the products we use every single day are quietly disrupting our hormones. Plastics, pesticides, scented candles, perfume, shampoo, nonstick pans, even tap water in some areas. These can all contain endocrine disrupting chemicals, or EDCs, that mimic estrogen, block hormones, or confuse your body's natural signals. The good news? You don't have to overhaul your entire life overnight. Even small swaps make a big difference over time. Start by switching from plastic containers to glass or stainless steel, especially for anything hot or oily. Look for fragrance-free or paraben-free labels on skincare and makeup. Many brands now offer clean alternatives that support hormone health. Wash your fruits and veggies to reduce pesticide exposure, or go organic when you can, especially for the dirty dozen. And if you can, get a water filter that reduces heavy metals, chlorine, and synthetic chemicals. Your environment matters, and every conscious choice sends a signal to your body. You're safe. You're supported. You can thrive. Imagine waking up with energy again, not dragging yourself through the day, but actually feeling present, alive, and clear. Your mood is stable. Your skin glows. Your period arrives gently, on time. You're no longer ruled by cravings, fatigue, or unpredictable emotions. You feel at home in your body instead of fighting it. That's what happens when your hormones are in harmony. Because when you nourish your body, honor your rhythms, and clear away the noise, your system knows exactly how to heal. This isn't about being perfect. It's about reconnecting with yourself, one small shift at a time, and as your body finds its balance again, so do you. Your hormones are not your enemy. They're your body's way of guiding you back to balance. And the best part, you don't have to figure out alone. Here at Vital Roots, we're building a space for women to reconnect with their bodies, learn what's really going on beneath the surface, and heal naturally. If this video spoke to you, share it with someone you love, and hit subscribe so you never miss a step on your journey back to balance. You deserve to feel good in your body again. Let's do it together.